You're watching KOALA FPV.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's KOALA FPV here. Just gonna do a bit of a voiceover. So this is my first flight in Taiwan after 1 year, and basically my goal from last year was to build a quad that could get to the top of those mountains in the back there. Because last time I was here, all I had was a 5-inch quad, no GPS, didn't have the right VTX output power set up, and I was still really new and I had never flown long range before. So I also didn't even understand the concept of line of sight. Yeah, this was my my goal. Essentially, we drove from the city to the countryside to go to Grandpa's place up in the mountains. As soon as we got there, I was like, shit, okay, I gotta charge up some batteries, I gotta put my drone together, and I gotta send it up there. It was crazy. I had no problems whatsoever. But yeah, basically I just utilized all the insight and knowledge that I picked up from Marcel off-axis and Falcon Rad. I really look up to those guys. They're kind of like, I put those guys on a bit of a pedestal because they seem to really know what they're doing when it comes to this long range stuff. So yeah, I basically look at those guys like my mentors or like my senseis. Yeah, big shout out to you guys. I appreciate all your guys' help for everything. Yeah, it ended up being so freaking cool, man. It ended up being the coolest experience ever. I've never flown out this far, and it's not that far. I only went, I think, 1.82 kilometers or something like that for this flight. But it was an amazing experience, and I realized, okay, this was easy. I can definitely fly further. It's all about knowing your signal. You have to know how signal works. You have to know where your line of sight is for your video transmission. Honestly, until you do it, it seems a lot harder. And again, I'm still a bit of a noob, so I don't exactly have all the answers here. I've only done a few long-range flights now, but there's just a few simple, basic concepts and rules. It's like, have a good video transmitter, have good antennas, have good line of sight, make sure you have a good and reliable radio link, learn to trust your batteries and calibrate your current sensor so it's accurate, and you should be good, especially in locations like this where there's not a lot of RF interference. You guys will see in the upcoming videos, I was able to push it significantly further, and I'm still not even standing in an ideal position, just because if you look at how the terrain is set up here, it's very overlappy, and the hills, they kind of sit in front of each other and they overlap, and it makes it a bit tricky to get good line of sight unless you go specifically to a good spot. But I was able to charge here, and I didn't want to have to go stand somewhere, run back and charge, go stand somewhere, run back and charge. But yeah, other than that, that was basically it. But just want to give a couple shout outs to Marcel, off-axis FPV. Really appreciate all the insight and all the knowledge you kind of passed down to me. Tried not to bug you too much, so I appreciate you helping me out there, buddy. And thank you so much, Falcon Rad, for putting out that content, man. You're really dropping some serious gems that I think more people need to appreciate. In my mind, Falcon Rad and off-axis, you guys are superheroes in the realm of Canadian long-range FPV. Last but not least, just want to give a quick shout out to Alexander Fedorov, the creator of Kiss Ultra. Thanks for all the tips and tricks, man, and I really appreciate you making such an awesome flight controller that I can trust. Long story short, mission success. I was able to reach my goal first try, and I'm really proud to say that I did that, and I learned a lot. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Can't wait to show you guys more clips. All right, peace out, y'all.
You got there.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's so easy.
Good.
Okay, I am good for tonight. No more drones for tonight.